Hello children, welcome to the second part of our chapter conjunctions. In first part we have discussed about meaning of conjunction and its kind. Today the remaining parts of the conjunctions will be discussed. Children, in the first part of the video we have discussed about coordinating conjunctions. I hope you understand it. Today we will discuss about subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions are used to join two statements or clauses, one of which is dependent on the other. For example, I could not sleep though I was tired. He is drinking water because he is thirsty. In these two sentences, though and because conjunction is being used as the subordinating conjunction. The subordinating conjunction is used to introduce a dependent clause. In contrast to the independent clause, a dependent clause is a group of words that contains a subject and the verb but cannot stand as a complete sentence on its own. A dependent clause does not express a complete idea, so it must always be attached to an independent clause. The subordinating conjunctions defines the relationship between the clauses. When a subordinate conjunction follows an independent clause, a comma is often not necessary. Subordinating conjunctions are also called subordinators. Subordinating conjunctions serve to bring the dependent clause in the logical relationship with the independent clauses. It means subordinate or dependent clause depends on a main or independent clause. It cannot exist alone. A subordinate conjunction always comes at the beginning of a subordinate clause. It introduces a subordinate clause. However, a subordinate clause can come after or before a main clause, so two sentences are possible. The most common subordinating conjunctions in English language include although, after, because, how, once, since, so that, until, unless, when, while, where, whether, etc. Children, here are some rules for subordinating conjunctions. The first one is when a subordinating conjunction follows an independent clause, a comma is often not necessary. Secondly, when the subordinating conjunction comes at the beginning of the sentence, comma will be used at the end of the dependent clause. Third one is subordinating conjunctions are used at the beginning of subordinate clause. Now the third kind of conjunction is correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are the conjunctions which are used in pairs and they are mainly placed immediately before the words to be connected. For example, she visited not only Agra but also Delhi. Though she is suffering much pain, yet she does not complain. In these two sentences, not only but also, though, yet are the correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are used in pairs to join alternatives or equal elements. The most common pairs are either or, neither nor, and not only but also. This type of conjunctions always comes in a pair and is used to join grammatically equal elements in a sentence. Common pairs either or, neither nor, not only but also. In most cases, no comma should be used between the two elements. Correlative conjunctions must use parallel structure, which means the two elements should take the same grammatical form. They are used only when equal correlative ideas are presented. Correlative conjunctions must be used mindfully. In that sense, they are like semicolons. They should only be used in order to balance a sentence. They should not be used with ideas that are disparate and unequal. Correlative conjunctions must be used with proper grammar. Children, here are some rules for using correlative conjunctions. First one is, when using a correlative conjunction that has two antecedents before it, the correlative conjunction must agree with the second antecedent. It is important to maintain pronoun antecedent agreement when using correlative conjunctions. The third rule is, parallel structure must be used in order to create balanced sentences. The fourth rule is, using the correlative conjunctions neither and nor have the same rules as using either and or. Children, I hope you understand the conjunctions and its kinds. Now I am giving you one practice exercise. Exercise is, join the following pairs of sentences using suitable conjunctions. In this exercise, you have to rewrite the sentences by using the conjunctions. That's all for today. We will meet now with our new chapter in the next video. Thank you.